Hello, I'm Kishan Joshi. Today is day 15 of 1000 Day Self Reflection Challenge, and how my day actually gone by today. So my day gone today pretty much heavily distracted way. I'm quite distracted. I get up at 7 o'clock, and after getting up at 7 o'clock, what my mind is saying is basically it just distracted with the past thought, and at the same time I have to complete the assignment, as well as I have to learn the learnings and new concepts. So both mismatching thoughts are going on in my hand, both mismatching things are going on in my circle of mind. So due to that reason, like, I decided to put my absolute effort and honesty for a 2 consecutive hours, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock or 9:30 o'clock, and I've done it. But I'm heavily distracted in that time. Many of the times, I just ruminating with my mind and not doing the work, even if I'm on a seat, one seat. So I'm heavily distracted, but I not leave the seat. So I tried my absolute honesty. But after 2.5 hours, I done little bit of learning regarding the EDA part. I gone understanding about the box plot, table chart, and the line chart and the scatter plot in a more detailed manner, and how their code is executed under the hood. I learned about it. But but after 9:30, I not able to do much work because of my mind is like thousand and thousand thoughts are in my mind. I'm quite unbalanced at that time. So to be balanced, I try to go outside, but at the same time, I have to drop my uh, drop my grandfather to the metro station. So I gone there, and afterwards, what I done is basically the I just ruminating with the Activa, 5 to 7 kilometers, 7 kilometer, 5 to 7 kilometer. Then I came to my house. Then I exercise little bit, try to gain the control over my mind. After a bath, I done recorded a video for the previous day. I done this much work. Afterward, at around 11:30 o'clock, I joined the EDA session, and 2 to 3 times I came up from the chair because my mind is fluctuating. But still, I concentrating as much as possible. But my mind is quite fluctuating at that time. I gone into overthinking mode. Afterwards, I sleep little bit, 1 hour, but not able to sleep properly. Then tried work. Then try to improve my English and watch the AJ Hook video at 4:30 p.m. I joined the Excel session, learned about the pivot table and VLOOKUP. I have to practice it now. So 4:30 to 6 o'clock, this things went in this way. After that, I'm quite distracted today. My emotional balance is not good. My emotions is quite fluctuating. So I opened the Instagram and put a very happy photo of mine, and it's saying that and write the caption like in a love of life. But I can tell that the love, it's not a wrong caption. Why? Because love of life is not just about living the best happy life, having the all the things, but it's about learning to deal with our failures, learning to deal with our emotional balance, learning to try hard for the worst thing, try hard for our emotional balance to resolve. This is also the love of life because we are trying. If it is like a temple and we have to clean it every day, it is the love. And that's the reason why I am in the love of life. I am loving of life not because I don't have the problem. I am in a love of life because I try to solve myself. I try to implement the solution onto it. I'm accepting the problem and try to adapt on the change. Sometimes my thought process overpower me. Sometimes uh, the wrong thinking is overpower me. My my myself is not that much controlled at the certain times. Certain times I'm just ruminating and uh, I also has grudges for certain peoples. But that particular thought process also disturbs me. So I'm trying to feel gratitude of life because lot of good people are also there in our life. So some bad experiences, some good experiences, which makes us. When we got the bad experiences, what I realize is that what we don't have to do, what we don't need to do, that is the particular understanding we got. And because this particular thing gone into the mind again and again and again, and it reduces our concentration level. So it's a damaging part, but I'm trying to resolve it. And I'm trying to improve on it. I'm learning. I will definitely learn a great. Afterwards, around 8 o'clock, my mind is ruminating. So I already decided whatever my mind is ruminating, I never go for the cigarette or tobacco or any other addictive product to satisfy myself. What I done instead of is like exercise. Exercise is the antidepressant for me. I done the lot of exercise here today at a at a evening also, and afterwards I bath. After the bath, I am feeling little bit fresh, but some discussions happen with my mother about how culture is adapting. So it's like it's not that good discussion, but it is okay. Uh, we as a human being, we can adaptation is very difficult task. I am from the vernacular medium Gujarati and I understand these things. Adaptation is very difficult task. Sometimes perceiving other is bad thing. We have to learn like how to live with a different culture, and we need a people who humbles us because many of our friend is just like a bubble, just like a bubble of the stock market. They just make us more feel more good and more good and more good and more good when our mother and father humbles us. So we need to be pawn before we be the king. Because when we be the pawn before we being the king, we actually gone through the lot of struggle, and that's the reason why we can thrive even if we fail certain times. This is a training of our mind. Gym is the training of the your muscles. Difficulty is a training of your mind. And this is the most difficult organ to train. This is the most difficult organ to live with. This is self-control is the most difficult. Gym training is simple. Training this is the most difficult part. And the big part is like we are living in a hyper dynamic, hyper engineered version of reality. We can access a lot of pornography in a single touch of our screen. We can eat every food, burger, pizza, waffles, all in a seconds. We can surf through the reels and get the big dopamine hits in a seconds. It's all cheap dopamine available everywhere. We are living in a abundance. We are living in a hyper engineered version of reality, and not any previous generation has got to this much level of distractions. So self control is even more essential in today's generation. Self control is the most essential. Training this is the most essential part. I am fluctuating. My mind is ruminating. My approach is sometimes affected with my emotions a lot, and I am very emotionally sensitive person by nature. But this is the thing I want to incorporate in myself. Self control is something which we need to adopt. So whatever happened here today, I don't know, and I don't care about it. But tomorrow, and at the second I after I record this video, I will go on again for the complete honesty session. I will go again for complete focus. I will go again for my work, and I will succeed. I can, I do it, I know. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for listening.